Welcome back, Soviet Alert Nation. I'm your host, Ivanovich Anatoly. Let's get right into the news. Today is July 17, 1942, and today we have some breaking news about the current situation of World War II. As you may have known, Hitler is on the race towards global domination, and today he has just invaded the Soviet Union on the Western Front. Germany has just broken the Non-Aggression Pact and massacred countless of innocent Soviet civilians on the Western Front. This force of aggression led to the eruption of the Battle of Stalingrad. To the Soviet civilians out there that are not part of the Red Army, please be safe and stay indoors and let the Red Army take control of the situation. For now, let's go over some brief specifics to refresh our memory on the causes of the war, what's going on out there, and why we decided to enter this war. The war began when Germany decided to start attacking nearby lands like Czechoslovakia, Denmark, Poland, and unfortunately our Soviet Union. Some of the major causes of the war include military expansion and the desire for living space for Germany. This dispute all started on decision regarding to Poland. To avoid any conflict with the Nazis, we made a German-Soviet boundary friendship treaty signed by the German representative von Ribbentrop and Soviet representative Molotov, and signed a non-aggression pact to keep things in control. Poland was then divided into a western zone under German control and an eastern zone under our control, the Soviet Union. For the next 2 years, we went through multiple disputes with Finland and control over the Baltic states, yet obtaining victory in 1940. But then the Germans turned back on us. Hitler feared that we were slowly gaining on him, eventually controlling all of Europe to ourselves, and his desire to rule the Soviet Union began to rise. So they gave us a surprise attack, also known as Operation Barbarossa, and broke our truce. But as you all know, we are the strongest nation out there. In the recent months, Germany continued to make attacks at the cities of Leningrad and Rostov, which we both successfully defended, leading us to the battle that has just started recently, the Battle of Stalingrad. Oh, speaking of the Battle of Stalingrad, we have a reporter at the scene. Take a look at the live footage. Wow, there are many casualties happening at Stalingrad right now. Hopefully the well-trained Red Army can take control of the situation. We also have a special interview with the leader of the Soviet Union that will happen after this commercial break.
Have you ever seen such an organized army? Well, look at this one. Scrambling towards a red flag, they use ladders, they use each other, and they use everything in their power to get control. But it is futile. Suddenly, our new recruits from the Red Army blast in the air, bombing all the Nazis like the Nazis bombed their enemies. The Nazis try to scurry off in their own Nazi tank, but little did they know, with the guidance of our supreme leader, we had tanks of our own to scare them off. Thanks to Josef Stalin, we blasted them left and right, and kept our nation standing tall. We were invincible against them, and will continue. Join the Red Army today and be a part of the greatest nation in the whole wide world. Thank you, Josef Stalin.
Welcome back, Soviet Alert Nation. As I said before the commercial break, we have a special interview with the leader of the Soviet Union. Please welcome Joseph Stalin. Joseph Stalin.
My man.
How are you, Mr. Stalin?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. So, Mr. Stalin, how are you feeling about the war ever since the Non-Aggression Pact has been broken by Germany?
I'm completely frustrated. Germany broke all their treaties and began to fear that we will end up being stronger than them. Once they broke our non-aggression pact and the German-Soviet Friendship Act, I knew we had to respond with the war.
Wow, how aggressive, Mr. Stalin. What is your next move on the current situation, the Battle of Stalingrad?
Currently, Germany is bombarding us with thousands of tons of bombs on Stalingrad, but I plan to respond by gaining space on them and force their bombs to hit their army as well. Later, I plan to make a counterattack, cutting off the Nazis and forcing them to surrender.
Nice plan, Stalin. So how confident are you on your next move?
I am more than confident on our plan. With our new uprising Red Army, planes, tanks, and the mass heroism I will train my men to have.
Well, there you have it, Soviet Alert Nation. A one-on-one special interview with the man himself, Joseph Stalin. So, Mr. Stalin, do you have any other words you'd like to say to the viewers?
Yeah, can I see that hot air balloon type thing?
This
yeah,
one?
yeah, can I see that?
So what do you need that for, Mr. Stalin?
I hate that guy. Long live the Soviets.
Oh, well, there you have it, folks. Thank you for staying tuned and up to date with the Russian Alert News. Although the Nazis have invaded our beloved Soviet Union, the Red Army, under the leadership of Joseph Stalin, will defeat those malicious Nazis and keep our nation strong and proud. Hey, my fellow Red Soldier, what's that? Can you pass that thing in your pocket?
Oh, this thing?
Yeah, give it to me.
Yeah, here you go.
Okay. Long live the Soviets!